Hello everyone, welcome back with another video on ETL tutorial series. In this video, we will see how to create a new data factory resource for data integration activities in Microsoft Azure. So this is your portal, you are on the dashboard, and the first step is that you need to click on create a resource. So let's create a new data factory resource for our data integration activities. So now to create a new resource, you have two options basically. First of all, you can click here to create a resource. The next one is that you can go to the menu and click here on create a resource. You can choose either one of them, but I prefer to go from here. So I will click on create a resource. So you can see that there are hundreds of resources you can choose from. They are categories. Now what I like about this particular page is that the resources that you can utilize are clearly categorized, and that makes it easy to navigate what we are looking for, and it will show other associated items that may assist on integration activities. To go to the data factory, of course you can use a search box if you desire and just type data factory to search the marketplace. And here it is, the data factory. However, I prefer to use the categories menu, so I'm going to navigate to integration right here. If I go back, go to the integration, and I will select the data factory from here, like here. Now on this particular page, we are presented with a create factory blade, and on this blade, we are required to enter the details that will help us to create data factory resource, and that is based on our requirement. Firstly, we will need a subscription. Okay, here there is my free subscription, which is called Azure subscription 1. So it is automatically selected because I am using my free trial subscription. If you prefer to use another subscription, then please feel free to select that one. So I am going to leave our free trial selected by default. So we need to create a resource group. This is important, and we will observe a recommended naming convention from Microsoft. Now to create a new resource group, I'm just simply going to select create new. Then I would need to provide a name. So I will name it as RG-DE- I will call it as data ingestion dash or hyphen, then DEV, then dash 001. So now I will explain this naming convention to you. This is a recommended naming convention by Microsoft. RG stands for resource group, which is a prefix for our resource group, then followed by DE, which stands for data engineering, and data engineering refers to our hypothetical company division. But then this is followed by data ingestion, which is essentially the purpose of all resources that fall under this resource group. DEV reflects the stage of development, which can also be QA if you want to create a data factory for quality assurance purposes. And now 001 refers to the instance number. Some organizations may have more than one instance for the same resources depending on their requirements. Alright, you can refer to the official documentation after the naming conventions that you can see on the screen, and you can use it for your own projects. Just like that, we need to insert a data factory name, and I am going to call my data factory ADF-data ingestion-dev-nom. Just like that. Now, remember, a data factory name must be unique across the entire combined cloud regions. This is an unfortunate scenario, so I urge you to insert maybe your initials or company's name initials at the end to make it unique, or simply add an instance of perhaps 002 or 003 and so on. I have to select the region for my data factory resource. So it is always a very good idea to select the region that is closest to you, and mine happens to be Central India. Yeah, here it is. Now we are working on the latest version of the data factory instance. So let's leave a version 2 as it is, and let's select next to continue to Git configuration. We are not going to be creating any Git configuration for version control at this stage, so we can just select configure later and move on to the next step. So I will move on to the next step, which is the networking in my case. Sure, it will be in your case as well. Actually, we don't have any established virtual networks, so we can just leave a public endpoint as it is, and let's select advanced instead. We will move on to the next section, which is advanced. So we don't need any encryption at this stage, so let's just select next 4 tags. Now remember, tags are very important when categorizing resources and also to make it clear which resources belongs to whom. And it makes it convenient when assessing billing. So let's make it a habit to insert tags for every resource that we are going to create. Now to start with this one, I am going to establish a tag of division. And I am going to set this resource under data engineering because I want this data factory resource for data engineering purposes. So the next tag, I'm going to call it as product owner, like who is the owner of this product, and I will give it a name of Mr. M. Smith. It will help me when I have to bill for this project. And now I will give a tag of data owner and I will call it as Miss K. Jacob. You can give more tags as well. You can categorize these tags by like product owner, data owner, and some other tags if you are comfortable in doing so. So next I will click on review plus create, and that should trigger a validation. Yeah, my validation is being triggered here. Now it looks like the validation has passed. So let's click create, which is this button right here. And initialization and development should begin. Look here, it's submitting the deployment and the deployment is in progress. It will take some time to complete the deployment for you. Finally, you just created data factory resource for you. Congratulations. So now I will show you how to pin this data factory resource to your dashboard. So I will just click on go to resource button right here, and it will open a properties page for me. It has the name of your resource here. You can choose to add data factory resource to a dashboard as it is a convenient way to access it later. So let me pin to the dashboard like that by clicking on the pin icon. So here are 2 options, private and shared, and I'm going to create a shared dashboard rather. In fact, let me just sort of create new, and I'm going to name my dashboard data engineering. So let subscription be as it is because it's my free subscription. So now I'm going to select create and pin. So the creation is in progress and the creation has succeeded. So if I go back to my dashboard now, so now you can see that your dashboard has been pinned here. So that's it for this video on how to create a new data factory resource.